Hello, contractors, and welcome to Toolbox for the Trades. Today, I am speaking with Adam Fusman and Stan Bakarin from Fuse Services in San Jose, California, but they have many other locations. We're going to be talking about how to grow very quickly, and I'm really excited to welcome them here today. Adam and Stan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Serious Titan, and all viewers and subscribers to these wonderful YouTube channels we all the time watching. And happy to watch all the time Jackie and all the people who has been on this YouTube channel.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Adam. I really appreciate it. Now, you are the CFO of Fuse Services, and Stan, you are the CEO. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right.
Hi,
Awesome.
Jackie.
Awesome. Well, we are going to get into it because you guys have been in business for about 6 years and you're pacing to hit 40 million, which when Stan told me that a few weeks ago over Zoom, my jaw dropped to the floor. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about how you're doing it. But before we do, we're going to do a icebreaker question for both of you. So Adam, my icebreaker for you is, how would you change your life today if the average life expectancy was 400 years?
I will quit from the Fuse company and whatever. I have more than 350 years and I can do something more relaxed maybe, I don't know. So I have no idea. Honestly, if this something happened and the scientists will find out how to live much longer, I believe we will have to figure it out about what we're gonna do with all this population happening right now, and I don't know. So the future is feasible, and maybe need to invest more to science and more to technologies and find out more new planets, as maybe Tesla does, Elon Musk trying to do with SpaceX. So we'll see.
All right, so you're going to quit Fuse Services and you're going to go into space travel if your life expectancy goes to 400 years. That's what you're saying?
Hard to say, honestly, so I don't know.
No, that's totally okay.
I don't know. It's a very hard question. I will produce more kids.
Produce more kids for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's because the life expectancy. If I will, it depends on kind of what kind of age I gonna be the first 200 years. For example, if I will be the same shape like right now as I'm right now, like I'm 38 years old guy, and if I will be 200 years more the same shape as I'm now, I'm like a golden years of mind, and I believe 200 years, if I will be the same age, same condition, same beauty, it's gonna be very nice to have all these ages for 200 years more, because everything is going to be downgraded in my life in maybe in closest 10 years, I think so. And if I will have 200 more years, I said, like, holy smoke, yeah, I will produce more kids.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a very valid question that we're now asking on this biohacking podcast, which is, what will we look like as we age to 200? But thank you for that answer. I love that where your mind is thinking, or where your mind is going. And Stan, I have another icebreaker for you, a little bit easier maybe. What book did you read that changed your life the most?
That's a complicated icebreaker.
It is a complicated icebreaker? What is it?
Because lately, to be honest, I don't read books. I usually read either some
manuals.
Manuals? What manual changed your life?
How to do the business better.
How to do business better, or maybe listen some podcasts. Actually, I'm your fan. Yep, I watched all of them.
Oh.
Really excited to be here. If we're talking about book, I think the last one I read, it was Species.
Oh, I heard about that book about how the human being evolved over.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. That's been on my list. Did you like it?
That's a really good book. Yeah, I liked it. It really synchronized with my thoughts in my head, what I already thought about religion, about life, about just human being in general. So it impressed me a lot, like how all these thoughts they combined in one book in one place. Yeah, that's the one I would recommend to anyone who wants to read book now.
To men or
Yeah.
to girls?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
To anyone,
matter.
yeah. I've heard great reviews about this book. I mean, like,
Absolutely.
so I'm happy to hear that you also endorse it. I will now be checking it out for sure.
Species?
Species, yeah.
Species,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I answer the same question?
Yes,
as
of
well?
course you may.
I maybe it's just to change a little bit my mind about my um, opinion to everyone, to the all people, and about how I help to all people. So I listened the book which is called No More Mr. Nice Guy, and this is kind of very interesting book regarding about the relationships,
Oh.
maybe inside the family, inside the friendship, inside the company, something like that. So I little bit change it. I read it. I listened it maybe 1.5 years ago. The latest book which is changed my kind of mind a little bit, and it's called No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's a-
tell me, how did it change your mind? What was the big thing? What was the big revelation?
I've been very kind to everyone, kind of trying to help everyone I met, and was killing all my time, all my energy, and right now I'm more concentrating on myself. And right now I started to learning in Boston University for MBA,
Oh,
and
nice.
put all my energy to self-education.
Very cool.
Yeah, and it's by it's just helped this book me to change my mind, to spend more time on myself, and like to my friends which are close to me, very close to me, not to everyone.
Yeah, so reserving your energy for the
Yes.
people that fulfill
Yes.
your life the
Yes.
most.
Yes.
I mean, I think there's so much to be said about someone who runs a multi-million-dollar business like you do and not having your energy be so sucked up by people that maybe don't deserve your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone deserve, but just trying to concentrate on something, because if I'm not concentrating on someone, it's like just unfocusing as well. And this is very hard to be focused on something, just and because a lot of people working, a lot of franchisees were running, and everyone trying to get your attention, and this why I'm trying to get more focused.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about your franchises in quite a bit because you guys have 25 of them, right?
For right
That's
now,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. And you started business 6 years ago. So I would love, Adam, if you could tell me the story of Fuse Services. How did it start?
I came to United States 7 years ago, 7 years and 3 months ago, in March 2016, and in Russia I've been for 12 years as a IT system administrator, informational technology specialist, as an IT manager as well, and my dream was work for Cisco in Silicon Valley, but became here as a kind of undocumented immigrant. I've been put myself to the appliance repair field, because this is a work was not requiring any kind of special documents. You just have to know how to use the tools, because I'm I'm a real electrical mechanical engineer by my education. So it was easy switch to me. And I started to work for my friend, and then I realized what it's better to try to start something new instead of the working force to someone. And because doing the work to the someone in the big oil companies in Russia, where I'm from, it was very tough to put myself to the same situation when someone like telling you what you have to do all the time.
Yeah, having a boss versus being in charge of your own
Yeah,
thing.
because when I came to the United States, I started to like to make a videos on my YouTube channel. I'm a YouTuber, and my Russian YouTube channel called Adam. The Russian YouTube channel called Fuseman, and English version it's called Adam Fuseman. And I started the Russian version of the YouTube channel, and my boss in the appliance repair company was asking me like, why you spreading the all secrets of my company? What the heck, what's wrong with you? Can you delete this information, please, or I can fire you,
Oh my goodness.
or like I will not put jobs to you. Like I said, okay, I tried to I did it for him few times maybe, because it was like a censoring, and I hate it.
Yeah.
The same thing happening a few times in my Russian work, because I made a few times the pictures I shouldn't have to make in corporate events with my general manager, and I've been almost fired for this thing. It was funny, kind of stressful, and then I said, like, after 1 year working for my friend, I said, I will try to start my own company. I've been trying to be hired for the kind of IT companies, but the started salaries was lower than I've been gaining on the appliance repair field. This is why I decided to try own business. So I created the company, which is called, I registered the company in March 2017, it was called Fuse Service LLC.
Yeah. Can I just stop you real quick? I
Yeah.
just love how you came to the United States and within 1 year you started your own business. Like, what a United States story. What an American story. Like, not like coming here and then not liking how your boss was treating you. And then, you know what? I'm going to go on my own and do my whole thing. And you'd only been in the country for a year.
The thing is, I believe I've been experienced already with all this stuff happening in career, in my career. So, and the thing is, I still don't have the green card, and the people who just have work authorization in the United States, or even don't have any the green card, or like a permanent living card here, or like a passport, US passport, we kind of here, I'm not want to say like second row, but we all the time trying to be like, yeah, he's good guy, but he's something wrong with his paperwork. So, or it's like we have to request his I-94 form or something else. We've been going through this thing all the time by trying to get any loans for the business, because we still don't have any green cards or US passports. But we find out already, like, it's been like not hard to find who gonna give us the loans for the business or whatever, the money to gain more money in the business. But the first thing, the first firewalls we've been going through, it was like, guys, you don't have a permanent citizenship or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you asking? Like, go away.
So I like that you're saying this, because unlike other folks who've come on my show and talked about how they started their own business, they were technicians first, in your case, appliance repair, wanted to start their own business. You had this added obstacle of not having citizenship yet, so that was a barrier to entry.
We still have this obstacle.
And you're pacing to hit 40
of-
million.
Both of us.
Both of us.
Both of us. No green card, no passport, guys. And you are like saying, oh, guys, the life is in the United States. It's very hard, you know. I'm just have to go to the streets and gain the money. Come on, guys. It's easy. Economic, it's very high, very strong here in the United States. The money is just growing in the trees.
It is, yes. That's what they say. So you guys both still have these citizenship challenges, but you created this really big business in less than a decade. That's insane to me.
Yeah, because tell the story how you came to the United States.
Yeah.
Why did you came?
Why did I came?
Yeah, go for it. Because right
just-
now we have you starting your own business, Adam, Fuse Service LLC,
Yeah.
and Stan eventually comes into the picture. So I would love to hear, Stan, what made you come to the U.S.
Yeah,
and
I
how
just-
did you get in with Adam?
I just looked at my watch to see if it's
To my Rolex.
I don't know, not
Rolex.
to my Rolex. I just looked if today is 14th or not, because I believe I came here exactly 6 years ago, like
Nice.
maybe a week away from 6 years. So when I came here, I had a business in Russia, and I had a couple businesses in Russia, and during
One legal, another illegal.
nah, they're okay.
They are both okay.
Stan's like, okay, this is gonna go on the internet. So could you be nice to me right now,
Yeah.
business partner? Thank you so much.
Yeah, so when I came here, I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do business. I'm tired of it. It was enough because I was in the business since 18 years old. And I had my university degree during my business, and it was just a lot. And I was like, okay, I want to work 8 to 5, 5 days a week, and I don't want to do business. I want to work for maybe IT company, and I came with a dream. I'm gonna be one day maybe software engineer, but I'm gonna start with QA.
Quality assurance.
Yeah, and I watched several YouTube bloggers, including Adam. But Adam, he was a little bit more on techie stuff. He was trying to do some appliances with the time when I watched his videos, and the other guys, they were in QA. So I watched his videos, and one day he was like, okay guys, I decided to open a new company. It's gonna call Fuse. I'm gonna do it on my own, and blah blah blah. He was so excited about it, and he was like, actually, I'm going to hire. So if you are going to be here in the United States, or if you're already here, you're welcome to just email me and stuff like that. I was like, let's try. And I called this guy just on the phone, because I think you had fun even down below in your YouTube video. He didn't even bother to
Make a fake
not
number.
to put
Like,
his-
no, this is my real number. Go for
yeah,
it.
he put his real number. I called this guy. He was like, yeah, just stop by and we'll talk. Yeah, looks like you know something. I was like, okay, let's do it. So we met, and I started working for him second day after we met.
I forgot about his call, honestly.
You forgot about his
And
what?
he's like, he came to United States and said, I'm here. I'm gonna come to you in like a few minutes. I said like, okay, we'll see. And I was doing something on the backyard on my like a multi-unit apartment.
Yeah.
And he's like, come. And I was like, what the heck? Where, what are you doing here? Very nice, beautiful man. Like, did you came with his wife that time?
I don't remember.
So
No, I think I was on my own.
he was very more tiniest than right now.
I mean, yeah, I gained a couple pounds. It's okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how we started.
That's incredible.
I honestly, the Stan, he is a second employee in my company. During the first months, I decided to hire the remote dispatcher, and I just published the video what I'm looking for, the dispatcher who can work for me remotely. And the first guy who became to my company was a guy from Ukraine, and this is how we started. So I was doing something by hands. He was receiving the calls, and then Stan came,
And here we are.
And here we are. And then
just-
then
here
it was
we're-
just easy. And then now we're pacing ahead 40 million. We've got
Yeah.
25
No,
franchises, and that was it.
No,
Yeah,
the first year, 2017, we've made since March, about $220,000 revenue
In 2017.
in 2017. Yeah. So in 2018, we've gained the revenue about $550,000,
Okay.
and 2019 it was $2 million.
All right.
Because 2018 I got my HVAC license, and I offered to Stan, like, man, come on, you're gonna, like, are you going to quit wonderful HVAC business and go to the IT technology? Why? Here's the HVAC power. This is all money you have in the world. The world is gonna suffer about the heat, cool, and all that stuff. So let's help the people to suffer together.
Yeah, it was a break point for me personally, because when we worked, it was a small company. We worked in small garage, and it was just maybe like 7 of us, right?
Yeah.
And were you
Jackson.
running calls, Stan, or were you
Yeah,
doing?
I was
Oh, okay,
running
cool.
calls. We both did.
All right.
And at the time when Adam got his license, he offered me to join him as a partner and open just a different company, open Fuse Service Inc.
Yeah,
And
because we had the
run it
LLC,
as a
limited
company. Yeah.
liability company, and we switched to the S corporation because was trouble for getting the license with less fees for the just obtain the license.
Yeah.
Less bonds have to be paid if you run the company under the S corporation.
So it was just a smart business decision, essentially, to make that move.
No money decision.
So I just want to pause real quick.
Okay, it's a smart decision. Yeah.
It was a smart decision. I want to pause real quick because I don't know if you guys have ever heard the founding story of Service Titan, but Ara and Vahe are first generation Armenian immigrants. Their parents came to the U.S. from Armenia, and they went to the best schools, and they had dreams of working for Facebook, for Google, for Bay Area tech companies. And over the summer, they built software for their dads, which would become Service Titan. So I think it's really funny that both of you came to the United States with goals of joining Cisco, becoming a software engineer, and you have found yourselves in the home services industry. I think that's very funny. Like kind of a parallel immigrant story here. A little bit different, obviously, but very cool.
I believe all immigrant stories like that. So you have to quit United States and try the new start in the Russia or in Ukraine, guys.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start Toolbox for the Trades in Russia. No, I'm not.
Never do it.
Okay, so I need to know before we get into growing the business, because I know that's basically how you grew. You started from appliance, then you added also plumbing and electrical. What is it about Stan that when you first met him, you were like, yeah, you can work for me? Like, did you just have a good vibe about him? Where you're like, yeah, I'll give this guy a try?
No, he said he's been doing his business in Russia with all equipment. He was working. He was very handy guy. He was showing me what he's done before with his hands, with his previous partner in the Russia. So he's been like, oh, I said like, that's cool. So it's gonna be easy work for you.
Nice.
So.
All right, very cool. I love that you're using YouTube here as a early recruiting strategy at the beginning of your company, having the dispatcher come in as well.
It's just like a side effect of having YouTube channel.
I'm glad you said that because we had a gentleman on maybe like 40 episodes ago, Armando from Plomero in Phoenix, and he went viral on TikTok. And since going viral on TikTok, he has had no shortage of techs who want to work for him now. So I think this really underlines how when you build a brand online like in YouTube and you get people interested in working for you, it could be a recruiting tool. So I love that you shared that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So so you've added multiple service lines at this point, right? I know you started out as appliance repair, now you do HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and you're waiting to get your public works license, right?
We already doing public work.
Nice.
Yeah. It's we already have everything set, and right now we're getting public work contracts. Actually, we have the whole department working on public work right now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I would love to know what are the biggest lessons you've learned as you've added new service lines to the business.
When you're doing something, and we've been doing like HVAC already 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and these processes we still like optimizing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is already optimized maybe for 90%. Electrical and plumbing, we have to optimize more and more because there's a lot of things we have to improve in terms of the getting more leads, more jobs, uh, get more services, providing more services for the customers, like EV chargers, electric panels, upgrades, energy backup storages, and then solar installation, any heat pumps, water heaters. So all of the things we're trying to get more knowledges. We're like collecting knowledge base in
Mm-hmm.
our company, and just trying to get more people and get more leads to our company. It's hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
not hard. It's just getting time, and everything, almost everything, is just about money because it's impossible just to do everything. Like you started the company, and tomorrow you can get $10 million in revenue. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just impossible. So everything it's like taking time. It's taking time, and I don't know. So we're just trying to get better, best technicians to our customers, best trainings to our technicians. So we're going through all these processes. Yes, we have about maybe 70 people right now working on HVAC in our San Jose office, about 10 electricians, and just 3 plumbers.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, our goal is 70 people HVAC, maybe 50 people, or maybe even more electricians, and even more people, technicians for plumbing. And then I can tell the San Jose it is successful company.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we just in the start.
So basically, as you're opening up these different service lines, you're trying a bunch of different things. You're looking for new opportunities based on, you were saying with electric, like installing EV chargers,
All the time.
and you're just kind of looking at what is the need in our service areas and growing and trying stuff as quickly as you can.
Yep.
Anything you want to add to that,
I would
Stan?
say, yeah, I would say when we open a new line or new direction where we're going, like where we opened electrical division or when we opened plumbing division or solar, there is all the time some um, point where you open this new direction and you're thinking like, oh, it's gonna be great. I saw this guy, he's doing this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he's really successful at it, or some company successful at it, whatever. And maybe in a month or two, you're getting through the point where it's just not going well at all. You're it's all the time in my head, at least, like you're all the time it's like, should we give up? No, it's just it just doesn't work. Like we don't know how to do this thing. And it's happening all the time with any um, division we opened, electrical, solar, plumbing. We went through the point where uh, we were thinking it's not gonna work, and we were trying to find out the way how we're supposed to do it a little bit different from the stuff we did before, and what makes it really successful. And we're trying to find these success points, what we need to um, what we need to work on, or how to make this thing work. And after we polish or do our homework on this stuff, it's getting better.
Got
So
it.
I would say, yeah, it's an advice. Don't give up, for sure. If you feel like it's not getting along, it's not this how it's supposed to work, just stay calm, think about it, think what needs to be improved, what kind of tools you're going to use. And I'm not talking about like physical tools, like software tools, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible. Just don't give up.
Yeah, I like how you said it's in my head all the time. Like, oh no, this isn't going to work. How do you overcome that?
But I just experience.
By just writing it?
Oh no,
Yeah.
just thoughts in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes we find out ourselves, so we are very oversure in ourselves.
Oh yeah, oh
It's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy. We've been
Oh,
doing this like for years.
easy,
It's gonna be,
easy.
oh, electrical, it's easy. Like, like,
Uh,
oh. It's like, why we have to call the PG&E? That just to cut these feeders. Oh, no, guys, we got a fine from the PG&E because we cut the wires ourselves. Oh, come on, someone like just to cut the water valve for the whole building. What's going on? Like, why the police
Why
came?
it's sinking?
Why, like, what's going on? Why the whole Hotel Marriott is just overflowing with water? Why we get like a fine for $15,000? Not the fine, it's just like a compensation for the flooding for the whole hotel.
It happens.
It happens. Okay, so what you're telling me basically is you go in there just insanely confident, just very, very sure of yourselves
Not really all the time, but
all the time.
we're like flying. Yeah, come on, like it's easy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, hey, that's a way to do it. I wish I had just like a modicum of that like assurity myself. Like I would wish I could go in with that kind of energy.
The thing is, it's energy like you are a kid,
Mm-hmm.
you 5 years old, and Papa give you $5, and you feeling happy. You can like buy all the thing you want in the store, and like that feeling, it's if you bring to your existing age, it's like it's give you a lot of energy. Yeah, just don't think you are adult, and feel yourself the kid, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, so basically fill yourself with the excitement you had when you were
Yeah,
5 years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
And that's why you want so many children. That's
Yeah,
why you would
that's why-
continue to make
yeah.
so many children.
No, I just like the process.
um fantastic way to end that question.
All right.
So I would love to know, as you guys are growing, so more or less you were giving me the revenue projections year over year, Adam, and it sounded like you were basically doubling, and then eventually you kind of like skyrocketed. So I'd love to know who were some mentors and best practice groups that coached you through your growth, and what did you learn?
We're learning all the time. So the first thing which has changed my mind, it was a Russian course about the business development and how to grow the business. And it was all about the delegation, the processes.
Mm-hmm.
So that was meaning for me, oh, I doing the things I don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to write all the things I'm doing right now during the day, and then just put all the things to the person, like who will do all the things much better than me.
So delegation.
Delegation. The delegation is the first thing which I learned that time. But the first thing I've learned with Stan, it's trustworthy. I mean, you have to trust to the people.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have this feeling, you like don't trust your like wife, partner, whatever, you're trying to get everything under yourself, and everything is temporary.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like 400 years, it's temporary as well. But we kind of have like, okay, 60, 70 years, maybe the tomorrow or today it's the last day. So you have to trust someone to delegate your processes, the things you're doing right now. But it's like you feel you're wasting your time by doing that stupid manual operations.
Yeah. So the
Like-
first big one was learning how to delegate and
Yeah.
realizing like I have to start trusting people.
Yeah,
to
right
do
now
things.
I'm like waking up every day and someone put pants on me. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not about that is undelegated. It's not It cannot be delegated.
That cannot be delegated.
All
That's a very personal task that you have to keep
Yeah,
within
yeah, and I
yourself, yeah.
hate right now that this self-education, it's the thing I cannot delegate as well.
Oh, getting your MBA from Boston.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate it.
Oh my gosh, I'm finishing up a master's degree as well right now, and
it's tough.
I'm miserable. It's very tough.
Yeah.
But I commend you for doing it. That's really awesome. Boston's a great school. Stan, I would love to hear your thoughts on the other courses that you guys have taken. I know you've done great stuff with Praxis,
Oh yeah.
and that's really where you learn systems and processes to streamline the business. So tell me a bit about that. What were some of the big
Absolutely,
things you guys learned?
So I think we already had some processes in place, and we have some systems in place where we joined Praxis. But at the time when we joined Praxis and how we joined Praxis, so there was some point in the business and in our business career where I felt like we're just staying, we're not going anywhere. Nothing happening.
Stagnation.
Stagnation.
Yeah, you
happening.
plateaued.
I mean, basically, even at this time, we grew pretty well, but all this excitement and ambitious, like, guys, we need to do something. I don't know, nothing is going on. You know, is this feeling like nothing is going on? It just ate me from inside, and we started looking for some business community or business group where which we can join and which we can learn from, and it shouldn't be a Russian community. Nothing bad about Russian community, it's good. We learned our lesson and we learned our classes with these guys, but it's supposed to be something local, you know, to get to know local business, local rules better, how it works, how these big companies, how they operate their business. And that's how we found Praxis S10. And we joined their group and we went to, I think we went to Florida, right? Yeah, we went to Florida, me, Adam, and our business partners. And it was just mind-blowing.
Jaw-dropping thing. Like,
All of us.
my God. Sounds easy. What, we're not doing this?
All of us, we went through 3 or 4 days. 3 days, I think, yeah. 3 days course. My brain just burst. It's just exploded. I was like, wow, there is no limits. Like, you can reach such a high peaks. There is no limits.
I like how he said, the guy. This is a United States. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Terry Nicholson said, like, this is United States. You can do whatever you want, guys. Like, what the heck?
So you were at Praxis. Your minds were being blown.
After Praxis, we came back to our place and we implemented a lot of things. We implemented some strategies, some approach, how it's supposed to work. But at some point, we were like, you know, software we're using now, it doesn't really work the way we just learned. Like, come on, guys, we need to change it. And we signed up contract with Service Titan right away, as we usually do. We were in sales presentation, and
Take my money.
one guy got really excited, and he was like, "Yeah, we're signing it right now." So we signed it, and I think it just was a bad time where we did it.
Yeah.
Because we had to be ready before summer campaign. A lot of things is going on. We implemented a lot of stuff, and we were like,
It's too tough to switch to the
tough.
service.
We just
It's
we
tough.
need to have like a break or
And
something.
for the record, I have been at Service Titan for as long as you have been in this country, Stan. And yeah, no, implementing onto Service Titan is a big task. I think that is definitely not a secret. You have to have someone dedicated to moving all your processes over.
Oh yeah.
So you guys got wooed and you signed the paperwork right away. And you found out very quickly that, no, this is not going to work for us, right?
Exactly. So, and we went back and forth
Like
with
that.
yeah. We were like, oh, what did we do? So we went back and forth with Service Titan. and Service Titan, they sent us a really big bill, which we weren't going to pay.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, nope, we're not gonna pay it.
And then-
It's not happening.
Service Titan sent us Trojan horse.
Oh yeah.
It's called Trojan horse of Service Titan, and his name is Tom
Tom
Howard.
Horde.
Tom Howard. So he invited us to his business in Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
Showed us how everything's supposed to work. We said like, "Oh my God, really? Okay, take my money one more time."
I think Tom was third angle of this pyramid of learning. I don't know, educational process or something we went through, because
Just give us a punch to the butts.
seriously, so first this Russian group where we learned about delegation. Second, it was Praxis Stan itself, like a big community, big group, and third guy, it was Tom Howard, who showed us how he operates his business and what he's doing in his business, how he's using Service Titan, and we were like, again, we're like, wow,
Two
that's how it's
explosions
supposed
in
to
one
work.
year. Like, why we're
Double
so
explosion.
why we're so stupid?
No,
What's
you're not
good?
stupid. What year was this, by the way? 2019, you
I
said?
think
around
we met with
2019?
him
No, 2020.
2 years ago,
2021?
No, it was 2021.
2021.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah, 2021. It was
about 2-something years ago. Yeah.
yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
And so Tom showed you the way, and then you guys buckled in, you got Service Titan, and what did you see after you had Service Titan up and running? What changed?
It changed a lot because it's all processes still it's under improvement process, and if we will find out all the things how it's supposed to work in the CRM system, it will be just a rocket ship. Right now we're just building it
Right now you're building the rocket ship, and it
Yeah.
hasn't. You're getting ready for it to...
in Service Titan, yes,
Wow.
because we still trying to understand how it should work better in under Service Titan, and there's a lot of things we have to improve because and Service Titan supposed to like improve a lot of things in their own, but right now we have a lot of much more data we can operate and see how each technician have to work, his goals, what he how he did, how each dispatcher did yesterday, today, what's going on with all the calls, how many time the technician spend in one customer, how long it's like taking the time for the trip to another. So it's a lot of information we didn't have before.
Got it. And that allows you to be more lean, allows you to tweak processes where maybe they're
Absolutely.
dragging, so you're
Absolutely.
able to grow faster.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I like how you describe this process, building a rocket ship.
Building
Yeah.
a rocket
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
Building a rocket ship with few services. So, speaking of rocket ships and growing really fast, you adopted a franchising strategy to help you retain technicians, because I believe the issue you were running into, you were getting these techs started, they were doing great, and they wanted to go on their own, but you didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, idea was invented in the cold garage in 2018, after maybe 5-6 months after I got my HVAC license, and nothing can hold employee in your company. Nothing, absolutely. Any goals, any cakes, cookies, whatever things you can try to offer him, any money. He said, "No, come on. I gonna do much better than you doing in your business. My business going to be better than yours." And it was, okay, take my flag with Fuse name, with no money, and just to go another city, call yourself Fuse, the same company, we're gonna get big network. If I will have the call from that city, because they got my lead from maybe YouTube or whatever, I will send it to you, that lead to you directly. So we've been spreading this franchise for free, absolutely for free, in first 1.5 year, and we've got maybe 10, 15 of them for free, and then we, like 2 years ago, we stopped to doing all operations with, actually last year. Last year, it was April last year, no, February last year, we stopped operate with all our free franchises. But the 2 years ago we started to sell our franchises for money. And right now we have 25 sold franchises across all United States. We have a licenses in Florida. We have a license, HVAC license in Texas, in California as well. So we have a 25 locations in the United States. Some of them doing great, some of them doing not well, but it's just the beginning. It's just like 2 years story of our franchisee, and we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome.
And for this moment, just for this moment, all these small locations, they generate for this moment $4.5 million revenue. Yes, we did much more in the San Jose location because we're much more experienced, but the thing is, the point where we right now, they can get this point in 2, 3, 4 years, not 6 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be for them much easier. They have boost already, and that they will have to just do, just like take the manual. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. If I will have all these manuals 6 years ago, I will avoid a lot of mistakes we've been doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And wasting time, like by trying to write the best solution handbooks, best practices, because everything is already written. And this is absolutely all our handbooks written by blood, or something like, or like just a hitting to the head, or like a punching to the butt. It stuff things, and everything is already written. You don't have to figure it out, just to read it and do it. If you don't want to read it, we have a lot of videos how to do the best things for the customers.
That's awesome.
And for the business itself, for yourself.
Well, it's a win-win because your brand gets exposure to new markets.
Absolutely.
The technician doesn't have to start from scratch. He can use all of your amazing systems and processes. So he's not starting from scratch, and you both get rewarded handsomely for it. I mean, I think this is a no-brainer. Anything you'd like to add, Stan, to the franchising?
Nothing to add, actually. I would say some franchisee who is doing really successful right now, they are good listeners, and they really read our instructions and they listen to it. Some franchises who maybe not doing as well as the good ones, they came with this idea. It's just we are gonna put it in their heads, but honestly, they're supposed to just read manuals, and this is it.
Yeah.
Read manuals and implement immediately.
Yeah.
Some of them very lazy, and we have to just punch the butts very hard, and like, come on, guy, what the heck? Why you so lazy? Do it, just do it. But I have no money. Take a loan. Go ahead.
But honestly, that's a good comparison you have. If we would have these instructions or these manuals where we just started business,
you'd guys be at like 200 million or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to say, but yeah, I think we would grow even faster.
Yeah.
Much faster.
Well, it's really interesting you say that because I'm thinking about the type of person who wants to start their own business, and I think there's the difference between someone who's willing to do the work and someone who just wants to have their own business.
They are absolutely different.
Yeah.
And I hate the people who've been technicians and want to, oh, come on, I want to be a business owner. I'm tired to be a business owner. They buy franchise and they are still technicians.
That's why we have classes with them, and we
That's
have
great.
monthly meetings with them, and we're trying to bring our vision and our point of view, how to develop business, not trade.
Stop doing the work. How I'm supposed to do the money? Send the guy. Where I'm taking the guy? Okay, I'm put the advertise we're looking for the guy in the Dallas, Texas. We're gonna make a lot of money for this wonderful man. Brings a lot of guys working, growing money, and he said oh, it's working. I said it's easy, guys. It's easy. It's United. This is the United States. Do whatever
Money
you
grows on
want.
trees.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a few minutes left, and I want to make sure I ask you guys this question. And I'm so happy. Like, we've covered the obstacles that you went over, how you were able to launch franchising and networking, and you just it sounds like you just kept your head focused on the goal, and you just kept pushing even when it seemed like things weren't working. And I really want to give you both tremendous credit for that, because not many people can do that. And I just want to take a moment and acknowledge it. And thank you for sharing your story with me and with the listeners.
Not really everyone.
Not really everyone.
You have to lose your citizenship, come back to the United States, and start over.
There you go. There you go. So in 6 years, just to recap, you have 25 franchises and are aiming to hit 40 million in 2023. What advice would you give other contractors who are looking to grow quickly?
I would say don't be afraid to delegate. That's a big point. Yeah, we were talking about it with Adam when we were on our way here about delegation, and I think that's a huge stopper or something like a fear in heads, in contractors' head especially, because they're trying to do everything on their own. They're trying to fix things, they're trying to run calls, they're trying to receive calls, they're trying to do accounting, bookkeeping, and all this stuff. And I know because it was in my head, and it's still sometimes in my head. I'm like, oh, I can do it better. Come on, let me do it. Forget about it. You need to quit these thoughts, and as soon as you quit them, and as soon as you will be able to delegate, you will be able to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I struggle with that too, by the way. That is something that it's like, if I want it done right, I'll just do it myself. No, it's such a toxic attitude to have.
It's just a human nature, maybe.
Yeah. All mine.
All mine. I can do it all.
If anyone, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it. So, but the podcast is obviously audio, but we have a wonderful video on YouTube where everyone will get to see Adam's wonderful improvised movements. If you want to watch this interview on YouTube, Adam, anything you want to add? What advice would you give other contractors who want to grow the way you guys are?
We've been talking about the obstacles.
Yeah.
Obstacles in the head. That's it.
Just come over those obstacles. Learn how to get over them.
It's all in our hands. Yeah, really.
Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about that you didn't get a chance to? We've got a few more minutes.
Hit subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button and like button.
We will link your YouTube channels to the show notes version of this podcast, so folks can go there if they want to see more of your stuff.
All right.
Anything else you would like to say, Stan, before we sign off?
I would just say thank you, Jackie, for inviting us.
Oh, thank you so much for coming and for being willing to come down to
cool.
Los Angeles so we could use this amazing studio.
Oh, yeah.
Stan and Adam from Fuse Services, thank you guys so much for joining me today and being on Toolbox for the Trades.